Welcome to the channel, everyone. We are continuing the 7 major candlestick patterns. We spoke about the doji and the spinning tops. In this class, we will be talking about the hammer and the shooting star. Let's get to it, and starting with the hammer. What is a hammer? A hammer, let me show with an arrow first, right here. Consists of a small body with a long shadow or wick at the bottom. And this, if I can circle it right here, good. This happens after a downward trend, at the bottom of the trend. You will see the small body at the top with a long lower shadow or wick. And with one of the confirmations, you have to wait for the next candle, which would be the green one right here. And when this confirms, as we see here, this was a bullish candle, which shows that the buyers are getting in and getting stronger after the downtrend. So we saw how the market started boosting up from here. Now this is just one confirmation. We are trying to keep everything simple because this is a beginner's course. In the advanced pro courses, we will be showing multiple confirmations to increase the opportunities for the wins. Like everything in trading, it's not 100%, but to be a profitable trader, we're going to raise the win factor. And what people say is 60-40 or 70-30, we will talk about those later. Right now, I want you guys to learn these major patterns with the previous lessons that we talked about and master those until we get to the next things. Now, the color of the hammer does not matter. Over here, we see this is a red, and over here, we see after this was a down move, we see a hammer form right here, and we see over here we barely have a top shadow. We have a long lower shadow, small body, a green confirmation, and if we came in right here for a buy, we would have had a good win, about almost a 1-to-1 if the stop loss was placed properly, which we will learn in the future lessons. As you see over here, these are both red hammers. We are going to find also a green hammer over here. Let me zoom in. We see over here how we had a downtrend, and there was actually few hammers forming here. We can see one green one here, one green one here. You can see a red one here, so we can see there's multiple colors. I want you guys to watch these under charts over and over and get your eyes used to it, to spotting them. Over here, you see the next one was a red candle, but we will learn why, even though it was red, it's pushed up more. The buyers were coming in power until we got this nice green candle, and it gave us a nice move to the way up with great profits. As you see right here, if we came in, it would have been over 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. So if you had risked about $100, you would have won over $200. Now this applies to all time frames like everything else. We will go to the daily and we will try to find one right here. Okay. Over here, you see how there is a nice downtrend over here. And this beautiful hammer formed right here. And this has little to no shadows, small body, and a long shadow at the bottom, which is one of the important factors. The color of this hammer does not matter. Remember this. And we need to look for a confirmation after the hammer. This is not a good confirmation, even though in some ways it could be. Now we're going to be looking at the other time frames in the more advanced to see how we can tell if we come in here or not. But as a general thumb, look for the ones with a better confirmation where they have a nice candle after it. And this is the hammer. Practice it and watch it over and over the video over and over again, and keep looking on the chart until you're mastering it. Now let's get to the shooting star. The shooting star. This is basically the opposite of the hammer, and that's why I put them together. The hammer was a possible reversal after a downtrend to catch profits going up, and the shooting star is the opposite. Now let's find one right here. This is a 4-hour time frame. As you can see, we have a big move up here, and if you look at the market in general, was moving up. Now the whole point is to catch profits. Doesn't have to be this long, as long as you catch profits, to be consistently profiting and knowing when to come in and when to get out. So right here, let's look at this shooting star. It has a small body at the bottom and a long shadow or wick at the top, and is supposed to be 2 times or more the body, the shadow. The shadow at the bottom is little or next to none, and this is exactly the opposite of hammer, which we talked about. So hammer, if this was the hammer and happening at the bottom, let me try to give, not to confuse you. If this was the hammer after a downtrend, the body was on top, the shadow at the bottom. The shooting star, the body is at the bottom and the shadow is at the top. The colors don't matter for the candle, just like the hammer didn't matter. So after an uptrend, we saw the shooting star form, and then with one confirmation after it, which is this candle right here, a nice bearish candle, because after the bulls were coming strong, the shooting star was showing signs of weakness or a possible reversal. And with this confirmation from the next candle, which is right here, we could have come in for a buy, or sorry, for a sell, which would have been at the close right here. And if we were to put the stop loss, and we would have trailed stop it, and this would have been a 1-to-1 at least risk to reward ratio. And same thing with all the stuff that we're learning is for all time frames, all the markets, crypto, indices, Forex, stocks. And we will look into another time frame. Let's look at the 30 minutes. right here. That's more. Right here we can see a nice shooting star. Let's zoom in right here so you can have a clear look at it. The market made a move up and the shooting star formed right at the top, showing the weakness of the buyers, and with a confirmation of a huge candle, even though it had some wicks for the buyers trying to push it back up. Right here is the shooting star, and we have the confirmation of a possible reversal. If we came in for a sell at the close, we would have get a huge profit here. And obviously it's not going to be necessarily for sure all the way down here. Those are methods we will be learning, how to trail stop and how to know when to get out or where to put the take profits. And it would have been at least a 1 to 2 and even more, 1 to 2.5. So with $100 risk, you would have made $250 profits. This is the shooting star. Like I said, the color for the shooting star does not matter. And you can see this in all time frames. Watch the videos over and over again. Keep practicing them on the charts. Try them in all different charts, whatever you like, cryptos, indices, like we talk, Forex, whatever you like, stocks. Keep practicing them. You will see that you will see these patterns many times, even in the 1 minute, 5 minute, whatever you like. And practice over and over until you get to the next videos. Subscribe and like. Until next time.